Hi guys, and welcome to Angling For You. Today you join me on the deck for a video that everybody's been asking for quite a while, and it's just like I say, just been waiting to get things through the post so we can get it done. And today is that day, which is Progen Tackle floats. So I've got a selection of floats I'm going to go through. We'll go through each float, what they're for, how they're made, and what advantages they can use, and then in later videos we'll do setting them up in a rig, and we can see what they look like when we actually build the rig itself. So I'm not going to go too much more into an intro. I'll flip the camera and one by one we'll get the floats out and we can go through them. I'll do it close up so everybody can see. Alright guys, so the first floats we're going to look at, these bad boys are stunning. Now these are 0.8 gram floats, and what they are is skimmer floats. Now the reason they're obviously great for depth, having the wire stems and obviously the longer bristles that are thinner. So we'll go a little bit into detail. I'm just going to leave them there, and then we'll do a close-up to camera. So they are a 1.5mm solid tip. They can either be dotted right down with the bristles showing, so they're really fast bites. Positive shotting allows the float to see the smallest of bites, which obviously enables you to bag a lot more fish. And obviously they've got the stainless stems, which are really stable, great in deeper conditions, and just give for a firmer stiffness to the float, which allows you to obviously have that line in that nice arc right to the bait and see that any of those sensitive bites. What we'll do is we'll quickly put these up towards the camera a little bit, just to give you obviously they've got two different colours, the yellow and the red. I'll bring them closer. I don't want to zoom too much, but you can see really nice profile to them, and really slim and just super elegant looking, and really strong. Like I say, they're a 0.8, which is usually because, and obviously they're a longer float, they're usually because you're fishing in deeper conditions when you're looking for those skimmers on the deck. So I'm going to push them ones to the side. I'm just going to get the second ones. Now these second ones, most people are going to have a lot of knowledge of these already, and are going to see them quite often. And these are jigger floats. Now we'll go into a bit more about fishing the jigger when we go onto a shallow fishing rig that we do, but essentially they're for a shallow rig, and because they're so small you can pretty much fish on the surface almost, and that allows you to be deadly when obviously fishing around the different areas of the water, and which obviously we fish a lot nowadays, and makes it really deadly to catch those fish really quickly. And I'll just get both with my finger. Got that nice little slight bit of weight in the base, allows them to cock, and obviously the eye straight through the centre, which enables you to thread the line through. So we'll go on to the next set. Just got a little bit of wind was blowing things around. So the next one that we're going to do is again a wire stem. Now these are a 0.4 gram. I'm just watching my other floats, sorry, because wind's about. So these are 0.4 gram floats, and again they come in the yellow and the red, orange should I say. Really nice slim profile. Now again, these are F1 slims, so the name is in it really. What you're looking for is dotting this float down again to allow for see those fast bites. So they're a 1.2mm solid tip, a stainless stem, and really these are more used for smaller baits like maggots or small expanders. These are really good floats. these were designed by Rob Atkins, and it basically designed them and won the Winter League at Aston Park with them. So they've obviously got a bit of pedigree with them. Really great for F1 fishing. Like I say, that slim profile there, and super stable with those wire stems. So again, you're not missing those really quick F1 style bites. And I'll just, again, we'll just move them a little bit closer to camera, and you can just get a quick look at those. Spin them around, the side eyes, really good quality floats. And we'll just move them to the side and come on to the next float. And the next float that we've got now, this is going on to shallow fishing again. Not all places will allow you to have jiggers. Most do, but some don't. And sometimes you want a little bit more of a stable float. And there's a 0.2 gram here, and there's a 0.4 gram version of this. And these, they're so good, and I've used them a lot in the past, or a similar version. These are the new style, and these are a CF6 shallow 2mm hollow tip, so you can see them quite stable, although you know those bites are going to come quite fast. These have got a fiberglass stem. Now the reason that that's good is it allows you to use 6 and 8mm pellets, and it doesn't, you know, it's just a little bit stiffer and a little bit stronger to allow you to get those bites. And we'll just flip it around so you can see the tops, and it allows you to get those bites and be a lot more stronger and stable. And that's going to move me on to my next and final of the 5 floats. And this version, as you can see, it's a slightly different style body from the others. It's, you know, it's a little bit fatter, a little bit chunkier, and these are the diamond version. So these are again F1 shallows. The diamonds are 1.5mm tip again. So again, for that, for seeing it well. Not that you're going to need it with F1s and you know, the Savage in summer times. These are different though. These have got a carbon stem, so you can see that the carbon stem. So it's for a little bit lighter baits. So you're obviously using maggots or 4mm pellet, which means obviously you could use these for eyed and things like that, or on caster. A lighter bait, so it just allows your shotting to be lighter and give you a little bit better presentation on your lighter baits. Whereas the CF ones, they're a little bit different in regards to you were able to stick those bigger pellets on the CF6s. You're able to put those 6 and 8mm, whereas these are going to be a smaller bait. But they are, again, beautiful profile, simple, nice design, and really strong, durable. Let's just flip back to me, and we'll have a little sign off, and I'll go into a little bit about Progen. Right guys, so Progen Tackle. Now, I've known Chris for a long time, Chris Glover, that obviously runs, or one of the people that run, along with Nigel, Progen Tackle. I've had the privilege to work with him in the past, and Chris sort of got into contact with me just over a year ago maybe, and asked if I wanted to do some stuff with them. And you know, Chris, top guy, and I know the one thing, as soon as he said to me, would be that the quality would be there, and that's really the best selling point of these floats. It's the quality. You know, you're not buying a float that the eyes are going to pull out, the stems are going to break. I mean, you can break any float, but I mean, I've been fishing with these floats, or not these specific, obviously they're a new set, but types of this nature, for over a year now. And say what you want about how I fish, or who I you know, what I catch and all that kind of business, but you know, I still do catch a lot of fish, and I do catch a lot of big fish, and I catch a lot of repetitive fish when fishing shallow and things like that, and I've had really good results with the floats, and I can genuinely say I've never had one that's ever an eye's come out or anything's broken, which is a big plus side. And the other good thing is, obviously, once you message Chris or Nigel, they'll tell you about the floats, what they're used for. If you tell them what kind of fishing you're doing, they'll obviously guide you towards what kind of floats you will need for what time of year. Prices and all that, we need to just look down in the link below, and I'll put down the prices, and that'll give you sort of a little bit of an idea of what prices you're looking at, but they're very reasonable. You can go on to Progen Tackle. Again, I'll put the links in the description. I've got their little sort of flyer here, which I can show you, but basically they're social media orientated, so they're on the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Instagram, and again I'll put that link either on the screen or at the links below, and it just allows you to go straight through. You get to join their group. Obviously, like any Facebook group, there's no fee involved. Join their group and then just ask what you want. They do hook link line. I use a lot of their line to tie, well, I use only their line to tie all my hook links, and a lot of confidence in that. They do all the rubbers for the floats. They do the schlots, which are their version of a stot, which are really good, and they're like a khaki colour, so you know they're not easy to see in the water. Yeah, lots of loads of different stuff. Good elastics. I've got hydrocore, hybrid fusion elastics for various, from big fish to smaller fish, hollow elastics. So a really good array. And the thing is, even if I wasn't working with the guys, and you can say you know, if it's genuine or not, I'd still fish with the floats. You know, they are top quality stuff. And you know, all I can say is try them out, and you'll for the sake of a few quid, you'll try them out and see if I'm right or wrong. I mean, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised in what you see, and you know, I hope you give them a try. But any questions that I can answer, I'm more than happy to answer. But Chris and Nigel obviously are the mad scientists behind the brilliant sort of floats. I will. Like I said, I will do some rigs with each of them in the coming days and weeks that we've got in lockdown, and you can see what they look like and what shotting patterns I would use with them for different rigs, and what hooks and all that kind of business, because I know there's quite a few people that want to know that. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. I do really appreciate the support, and I'm going to say right here, right now, I'm not a seasoned match fisherman. These videos are aimed at people that want to learn to catch more fish, to have a good sessions and pleasure sessions, and then they can take things over to when the fish match fishing. I'm not here to tell matchmen how to catch. If there's some things that come up that are worth moving over to match fishing, then that's fine. I try to stay out of, a lot of people have asked me, I try to stay out of match fishing as much now. There's too much mess about in there for me nowadays. Not everywhere, but I don't always get the chance with work, and I can't really commit to doing it all the time. So yeah, I just keep these videos coming, keep giving information out to people, and you know, pointing them in the right directions, and hopefully it's well received. But thank you for all the support as always. Join us on the Facebook group, Angling For You. Join us on the Instagram, angling_for you. Like and subscribe, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Tight lines.